Yo, what up everybody? It's Peace-Side. Welcome to another video. So, Link Cross is dead, and it killed Dragon Link in a sense that we are no longer able to make negates before completing our plays. We're going to have to go with an older version of Dragon Link to continue with our deck, but unfortunately that's not very fun, and you're not going to win all the time. So I decided to make a fun deck. I combined what Dragon Link was before with the Danger Thunder Dragon Dino deck that I made before, but there was no room for the Dino engine, and Needle Fiber now, without Link Cross, is honestly booty. So I just cut it entirely. It doesn't serve a purpose for me. So, with that, I'll take you through the card-by-card for this new 60-card version of Danger Thunder Dragon. And then I'll do some combo videos later on, probably. Alright, so first up, we got Black Metal Dragon as one of the main starters. We're still running 1-for-1 to beam this out of deck. But essentially, this by itself is a Boral Sword plus a 1-card hand rip from your opponent with Levianeer, and it also puts Dragoon on board. Just by itself. With extenders, you can even extend the board further. Then we've got our 3-star Leash Safer. We're playing 60 now, so we want to see our starters. This can search a variety of things, but mainly you're searching your Chaos Dragons if you're starting with this. Next, for our 1-of Dragons, we're still running the 1 Brotar. You beam this out of your deck with Elpie, which is nice, and it comes back if you got something destroyed. We are still playing the Phalanx. I like having the option now. The main combo, the Bare Bones combo, doesn't even use the Divine Lance and the Phalanx. It goes with the Dragon Ravine. But it is nice to have this option if you don't need to search Tracer and you just want another dragon body on board, or if you need a dragon to banish for your Trishula Fusion or your Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. I forgot what it's called. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. A single rocket recharger. The rocket package has really decreased, but this is the best one. It's essentially Monster Reborn. We run 2 Striker Dragon. I was thinking about playing a 3rd Striker Dragon just because this card is so insane. You got your Chaos Dragons, your white and black. Then I'm running only 1 Noctovision now. I wasn't running any last time in my Dragon Link deck because I was not only afraid of Droll, but you just didn't need that type of consistency. But now I'm playing the 1-of since it's a level 7, and it's nice to have the ability to tribute this off of Seifert or Chain Block. It's just a nice card to have as an extender. It's just an extra body for an extender, honestly. Absorrouter, you can search Noctovision off of a Seifert dump of Absorrouter Dragon. It's just a nice option to have. And then this searches your Tracer in the combo. Chaos Dragon Levianeer and Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Still only 1, even though we're playing the dangers and stuff. It's super searchable, just like everything in this deck. It's like super consistent. But those are the 1-of Dragons. Next, the Danger Engine. I tried to go heavy on this, but honestly, it's not even enough. I think it's only 11 in the 60 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's the lineup. Might want to play more Bigfoots and more Thunderbirds. In testing, Thunderbird actually comes up. If you summon it and then you only have 1 other dragon, you can still go into Romulus because Romulus needs winged beasts or dragons to make it. So that's nice, something that actually came up in testing. Next is the Thunder portion. Regular Thunder Dragon, he extends your hands, makes it bigger. It can also facilitate multiple Titan pops, depending on how you set your plays up. We cut this down to 1 now. It's not really a combo piece anymore as much as it is a brick. So we want to basically use the Trishula Fusion to banish this, but if you draw it, it's still not that bad. Excuse me. Double Thunder Dragon Dark, we want to have the ability to trigger the Titan pop on our opponent's turn, and having two of these is not bad. If you open it and you're going second, you can pitch it to just add the other one, and you just start having some dark monsters in your graveyard as fodder. One Hawk, this is really nice. This makes it not as bad to draw your bricks, because in the combo you do need to banish something, and if you don't need the extender, you can go ahead and put back your Dark Magician or your Red Eyes Fusion, and you can just go along with your plays and end on Dragoon. Thunder Dragon Matrix is really nice for the pops, and then also it's another 1-for-1 target that when it's sent to the graveyard or if it's banished, it searches another copy of itself to maintain hand advantage. This was also in the last list as well for the Danger Thunder Dragon Dino deck. Alright, next is hand traps. So we're actually running hand traps in this build. Nibiru, this answers a lot of cool problems. I mean, sometimes they'll still end on VFD, but at least you've got a body on board. And then Lancia. I love that this can just floodgate a lot of decks out. I know Dino's not doing too well right now, but Dino's still a very powerful deck, and a lot of people were on it. I actually saw some results recently that said Dino even beat out Virtual World, but I don't know if that was a fluke. Either way, these 6 are light, so there's a lot of synergy with Chaos Space, and then being able to revive with Chaos Dragon Levianeer's effect, or pop with Chaos Dragon Levianeer's effect, is really useful. Alright, so finally for monsters, we've got the Dark Magician and the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Another thing that is awesome about running Dragoon in Dragon Link is that this is searchable off of our initial starter, the Black Metal Dragon. And for the fusion summon of Dragoon, you don't even need to send this. Dark Magician is the only one required. The other material can be any effect monster that's a dragon. So in our combo, for the 1 card, you do end on Levianeer in hand because you send Dark Magician and Starliege Seifert instead of Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon to add back the Levianeer that you used to rip a card from your opponent's hand to your hand, so you are guaranteed follow-up. Since with the bare bones 1-card combo, you're unable to make Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres because you have to activate Tracer's effect before you can get multiple dragons on board. But I will show that in a combo at a later day. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Those are all the monsters. Next up, still one of the most broken cards. This lets you play without using your normal summon at all. It's full combo by itself still. Next up is one of the best extenders in the world, World Legacy Guard Dragon. You know what it does. Quick launch. We're still playing 3 of this, even though we're playing only 3 rockets in our deck, because it's that powerful to just have an extender on board. It makes it so that, essentially, this is a 1-card Borreload Savage Dragon, but combined with other cards, it does so much more. It just really helps you play through negates. And then last extender, pseudo extender, is 1-for-1. This can bring out your Black Metal Dragon or your Dragon Matrix. Finally, the fusion spells, Red Eyes Fusion and Thunder Dragon Fusion. These are both broken. I was almost thinking of playing 2 Predaplant Verte Anacondas just for this. I mean, like, if they Nibiru your first one, then you've got the other one there as well. But Thunder Dragon Fusion searches the next turn, so your Titan can just start popping stuff, which is really useful. And then finally, one of the bricks, I guess, but I mean, you can always discard it. There's plenty of ways to discard in this deck. This equips your your Phalanx to your Romulus. Dragon Ravine, part of the combo, and Boot Sector Launch. We're always searching that. Alright, shoutouts to Team Bad Cards. Let's go into the extra deck. We got our Nibiru token for our Nib. We've got Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, the Trishula Fusion, and the Thunder Dragon Titan for our fusion monsters. These are really nice, really useful. The Trishula Fusion is part of the combo. It's really cool because it lets you get into your dragon combos, or Thunder Dragon combos rather. And if you've already used a Thunder Dragon effect during that turn, you can usually use the the Thunder Dragon Dark to essentially search the fusion spell and end on a Titan as well. So with that pop and Dragoon there, and Borreload Savage Dragon there, and either Heavenly Spheres or Apollosa, it's very difficult for your opponent to play through it unless they have Dark Ruler No More or something of that nature. We're only playing one Synchro monster, the Borreload Savage Dragon. Rest in Peace Needle Fiber and the Link Cross combination. 2 Striker Dragons right now. Elpy, Pisty. One of the best boss monsters in the game. This being able to bounce and then special summoning, it's like an extender, and it just changes Brick Hands into something. It's extension. It's phenomenal. Next, we've got the generic Protector Whelp. Just like in our Danger Thunder Dino profile from last format, this allows essentially any 4 Danger monsters alongside Reproducus to go full Guard Dragon combo. And let's not forget our Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Any 2 monsters you can put on board gives you a Dragoon, which is phenomenal in this deck, like I alluded to earlier, because you can dump any Dragon Effect monster. So it's a second copy of Dragon's Ravine as well if it resolves. But you would only get to pop 1 monster per turn, which is still plenty. But we do play the Red Eyes in case we do need to break a board and pop 2, which has come up. But you honestly don't even need to play the Red Eyes Black Dragon if you're playing dragons in your deck. Dragonian Knight Romulus, this is still really good. Not as good as before, because now just Link Cross. Oh, God. Apollosa, this is the flex spot, honestly. You're not always ending on this, and you'd rather end on Heavenly Spheres anyway, just like last format for Dragon Link. But you could like either play a 3rd Striker Dragon for this spot, or a 2nd Predaplant Verte Anaconda. This deck does not consistently make True King of All Calamities, but why would you want to waste all your advantage on that anyway? So I would suggest either Apollosa, Predaplant Verte Anaconda, or a 3rd Striker Dragon, honestly. And then finally, Borrelsword Dragon. You always got to make room for Borrelsword because this is your way of killing people. Side deck, I mean, like, this is not going to be, like, super duper awesome, just, like, generic stuff. For my side deck that I'm currently running with right now is Pankratops. It's just really high impact. Triple Phantasme. I feel like in 60, if you are going to go second, you're going to want something like this. A lot of the meta decks don't really link summon, like Zodiac and stuff like that. They just go straight for their Xyz monsters. And then also Virtual World, I don't think they link summon either. But that's why it's in the side deck. You put it in for the decks that you know it'll affect, and you can draw your Nibiru or your Lancia or your Droll Lockbird, which is way better than Phantasme in my opinion, because it can just stop your opponent from searching their deck a bunch of times. Then for the back row hate, we've got Harpy's Feather Duster and Triple Cosmic Cyclone. These are really good against the Eldritch match up, or Mystic Mine or whatever, and then Harpy's Feather Duster can be a blowout against like Altergeist and stuff like that. Speaking of blowouts for back row decks, and even some Build-A-Board Workshop decks, evenly matched can clear a board, which is nice. And then finally Red Reboot, because we are an OTK deck. Now, I didn't realize that this profile wouldn't take so long. This was only like 15 minutes, so I can go over a combo really quick. It's not too flashy. It's just starting with Black Metal Dragon. We'll normal summon it, link that off into our Striker Dragon. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, we get our Boot Sector launch and our Red Eyes. So from there we can banish that for our Red Eyes, special summon Black Dragon, link up into Romulus, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 again. This time we're going to be getting Ravine and our Red Eyes Black Dragon. So now we've got discard fodder, which is really cool. Then we can go ahead and activate our Dragon Ravine, use its effect to dump the Red Eyes that we just searched, to dump a copy of our Absorrouter Dragon, which allows us to search our Rocket Tracer to hand. Now you can go ahead and activate the Boot Sector launch and special summon the Tracer, popping the Boot Sector launch with Tracer's effect to grab your Rocket Recharger. Then from this point, you're locked into Darks from the extra deck, unfortunately, but we can still go LP and Pisty. Your LP is going to summon out your Brotar. So you are going to have another card in hand to discard to search your Chaos Dragon Levianeer. But after that, we don't really have a choice but to go into Borrelsword Dragon since we are locked into Darks. Pisty can bring us back our banished Striker Dragon. We can use Striker Dragon to pop Pisty to add back our Rocket Recharger. And if we want to extend even further, we can ditch this to special back any Dark in our graveyard. Like if you want to special back Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon for future plays, you can do that. But remember, we still have a Striker Dragon remaining in our extra deck that we can use for next turn. So this is good for follow-up since we're unable to make Spheres because Spheres is a light monster. Then you special summon Chaos Dragon Levianeer, banish any 3 Darks. You kind of want to keep the cards that you might want to bring back later in grave. So I'd suggest banishing Absorrouter, Black Metal, and then maybe the vanilla Red Eyes Black Dragon. So you get to rip your a card from your opponent's hand, and then finally you just go ahead and link those 2 off for Verte Anaconda, and then Anaconda can send the fusion spell as cost. You pay your 2,000 life points, Dark Magician goes to the graveyard, and so does Starliege Seifert. Then you summon out your Dragoon, which is nice. And then finally, you can banish your Starliege Seifert to add back your Chaos Dragon Levianeer to hand. So off of just 1 card, or any of your 1-card starters, essentially, minimum you're getting this. Minimum. We weren't able to go into the Trishula Fusion to access our Thunder Dragon engine for extra extenders. But even with that, you're still set up for next turn for a bunch of follow-up. And your Borrelsword can protect your Predaplant Verte Anaconda as well. If you do happen to get into your Thunder engine, which you easily can because next turn you're guaranteed to have 3 dragons on board so that you can access the Trishula Fusion. So this is really nice. Unfortunately, Link Cross hurt a lot more than a lot of people initially wanted to give credit for. So honestly, that was a good hit from Konami. I honestly do wish that they had hit Metal Marcher instead, because that's an older card, and a lot of people haven't gotten a chance to play their Link Crosses that they paid money for in actual tournaments yet. So that's kind of unfortunate. But I hope you guys enjoyed the profile. I might do some test hands later. Let me know what you think of the deck, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.